All right, so we've looked at the why. Now we're going to look at the what. Every lesson has a what, how, why, and we are in the what portion, the ideas, the definitions, the concepts. First, we're going to start is what is the topic? The topic of a text. And a text now can be anything that communicates an idea. That could be a story, a poem, a song, it could be a can of soda. This one is pretty easy. The topic is just basically the basic subject of the text or the message. What is it basically talking about? And the key thing is this can usually be identified in very few words. So some examples of topics: motocross racing, technology, social justice, sports and fashion, good versus evil, coming of age, revenge might be topics you see in a literary text. We call those thematic topics. But the key thing really here for us is this right here. The topic is the basic subject or the basic what it's talking about. Okay, so let's move on to clear screen. All right. Now, so what is the main point or main idea? I'm going to jump down here real quick because I want you to know that there's a lot of terms that teachers and society use for this. What is the central idea, the main point, the main claim, the main argument, the thesis, the angle, the theme, the moral, the main message? There's a lot of different terms for it, but it is basically the same thing. And it is right here what we're looking for. The main thing is, the main idea or main point is what the text says about the topic or the point it's trying to make about the topic. So if you look up main point, main idea, and a lot of things, they're going to say what the text is mostly about, the thing that's covered, the thing that's supportive of details. But the more specific way to think about it is, what is this text saying about this topic? Not what do I think about that topic, not what do I think about what it says, agree or disagree. What does that text say about that topic? It is what the text is mostly about, but it's the message that it's mostly about. It's most important idea or claim that's communicated throughout the entire text. And these are usually things we can argue, we could debate, or we could apply somewhere else in life, general principles. These are the author thinks statement, the author believes, the author argues, the author presents. And so, again, the main point, the main idea is what that text or author is saying about that topic, not necessarily what I think about it. That's my opinion, and that's different than a main point or idea. All right, and finally, what are supporting details? The supporting details are basically the reasons why. The reasons, the examples, the facts, the evidence, the steps, any evidence that explains, illustrates, or proves the idea. So if the author presents this point, this idea, this argument, this opinion, what reasons do they give to back it up? If a literary text paints a picture of a certain moral of a story, how do they illustrate that? What actions happened? And here's some types of supporting details. Obviously, evidence, facts, data are things we can measure, reasons why, explanations, descriptions, illustrations, examples, definitions, comparisons, anecdotes or stories. Sometimes the best way we can really explain main ideas through a story, character actions, plot points. So again, the supporting details are the reasons why. These right here are the because statements. The main ideas are the author thinks statement. The supporting details are the why statements, the because why statements. The author believes this because why. They're also in informational nonfiction texts. They tend to be measurable, something we can verify. They should be factual, and we'll get into credibility and all that later. But in literary texts, they tend to be a little bit less concrete. Sometimes they're just character actions, they're dialogue, they're pictures that are painted by the author. So to review, topic, it's the basic subject that it's about. Main idea or main point is what that text says about that topic. And the supporting details are the reasons why they support their position or help paint the picture of their position. So that's the basic what of this assignment. So make sure, again, that you have these red definitions kind of in your pocket, because they're going to be very important.